let's decorate this cake using just bag flowers. Okay, so take your plastic bag and then put your finger into the bottom just to find the corner, and then pop in some water. Now the more water you put in, the larger the bag like this one, or the less like this one. So then twist it all up like this, and then just put a knot in it. Now I have cut it just because it's easier, and then they should just lie like that. So these are the colours that I've used there. So I used all the colour mills. You must use an oil-based colour or it won't work. It kind of ruins the bag. So next I am using the fractal pens. This is an edible pen, and just to make an outline. Now obviously you can do any decoration with this. This is just one that I thought looked cute and gave it a go. Right, on that bag there, you could see there was a seam. Make sure the seam is away, and then put your colouring across the top. Now I have put dipping solution or vodka or something with them just to thin them out. You don't want them too thin, just a little bit. Then we're going to put some colour either side, and that just creates that leaf, that gives that kind of border and the bit across the top. So hold the bag from behind and then point in, always point in. Think of a petal doing this. So we're going to go in and we're just going to rock it backwards and forwards. And that was a little tester, you can see. Didn't quite come out, but it's fine. Come across the top with the next one and then do the same. Now I would get 2 petals out of each colouring. So go back in and recolour it each time. So I've gone in 3. So 1, 2 and 3. If you want a different effect, go either ends and then through to the middle. Right. I'm colouring the bag again there across the top. It's quite important to get those darker bits for the effect. Okay, so then we're going in with that point again, rocking backwards and forwards and removing. So go in again into the middle, back and forward. Look at that. It's just so simple. It just looks like a petal. It's that rocking motion. It's beautiful. So here we go, I'm doing it again, just there, and going back in, touching the edge there of what I made, and there we go. Look, I didn't even do an extra one on that one because it just looks so defined and so pretty. Right, and again, there's that single one, and that was with a dryer, so you can go with a bit more loaded or a drier effect. It's up to you. Okay, so on again, then look at the colour enhancement all the way through by having those different colours. So white in the middle, the darker bits around the outside, come across the top. Now you are going to get dye on your fingers. Wear gloves is probably the best thing. My only gloves are blue, so I didn't wear them because it would have just made the video awful. Right, sorry about my hand. On again, and then it comes backwards and forwards. Look at that. It's just such a lovely effect and so easy. With this bag, all you're doing is just wobbling it backwards and forwards. Right, so back in again, tip to the edge. Look at that. Then we're going to go back in with another. Straight across the top there, wobbling side to side, and then I'm doing that middle. So on this one, I've gone out, and then through, over the top, in the middle, and that creates kind of a 3D effect. Okay, so I'm painting it up again. Now, you might think there's a lot of paint being used on this, but there really isn't a lot of paint. When you look at how much, I only put a couple of bits in, little drips in each one, and I've still got loads left. I've still barely used it. Right. Over the top again, and then over to that other side, and just rocking backwards and forwards. Now I wasn't quite happy with this one, even though it has that kind of umbrella look about it, which is fine because it could be a flower doing that, flopping the other way. But I'm going back in across the top, and this is just showing you that you can actually alter the effect just there. So across again, and then I'm just going to build up across the top. So I'm almost making it like a crunched up flower kind of with the bits across. Then I'm coming in with just a dark colour now, just dark, and look how that defines it. I'm not going backwards and forwards, I'm just dabbing. Okay, so we've got a strip down the middle of that, and then one side, other side, and it's absolutely stunning. It just pulls it out and gives a bit of definition. Right, so again, that one colour I'm going in with now. I'm not putting any white. and then we're just going to rock that one backwards and forwards, create that petal, and then rock side to side on that one as well. Absolutely stunning. You can do 1, you can do 2, you can do 3, you can do as many as you like. Okay, I've gone back in then through the bottom there with that darker colour, just again to give that definition. I love it. I love the way that if you build up the colours through. So you start with the rocking motion, complete your flower, and then across the top, just go in again with dab, dab, dab with the darker colour, and it really pops right out. It's so, so good. Always keeping your bag with the point towards the centre. I love this one. Look, started at the middle and then did the outsides with that one. So I would recommend that you practice on a bit of parchment paper, on just a rolled out piece of fondant, and really get the feel for it. You have to hold the bag from behind, kind of hold this so that you know, you're coming in like that. It's so simple. Once you get it, it's so simple and so, so effective. It's gorgeous. It's like you've sat painting for hours and the whole thing will probably take you about 20 minutes. So again, on this one, I am doing the same thing. I was just coming in across the bottom part with that little bit of definition as well. So fill all of the little bits in. This is dabbing instead of rocking. So see the effect you get just there, just by dabbing. Now that is absolutely lovely as well. So there are different ways that you can use this. Hand again. But this is a gorgeous one. Really like this. So I'm coming in with that marbled effect all the way across, and this is like more of an opened flower just there, and I'm just coming back over the top and back over the top and building it up. And then in a moment I am just going to put that little bit of dark through it for that extra definition, and you know, it just pops. I am so happy with this effect. I actually went to bed one evening and I woke up in the morning and I don't know whether I dreamt it or something, and I was like, do you know, this could be a petal, I can do this. So I was so delighted, and it really did work. Right, I have got a tinier one now. It's even smaller. So this is this one, and this is this one. You can make them as big or as little as you like, and we're going to go in with some leaves now. So I have covered that all the way, but to begin with, I'm literally just taking this top part and dabbing it on. Now, if I went all the way back, you're going to get a bigger leaf. But with this, I'm just dabbing on the end part, and it's a much smaller amount. So you don't have to brush all the time. Look, I'm dipping that there. You could see how much paint was left in there. And then I am putting that on. Now that would make a thicker and a much brighter colouring doing it that way, but that is a way to do it. You could do that with a petal as well. You could dab that straight in and also use it that way, and it's really effective as well. Initially, you're going to get covered in the paint. Gloves, honestly, gloves. Do it with gloves. But it's not going to take you long. This is just such an easy technique. I'm super proud of it. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm super proud, and I really, really hope it helps. So keep going in with those leaves just there, and then I'm also, in a moment, I'm just going to swap that up. And I'm also going to add that extra bit of definition. So this is a flatter colour, it's a lighter colour, So you'd always start light colours and build up to dark, so you can add then as many as you like, and you'll really just get the feel for it. You can see my finger starting to get a little bit green just there. Okay, so then the final thing that you can do is make the bud parts at the bottom of the flower. Now, all we've done with this is we have directed this on the inside the whole time, but when you're doing the bud, what you need to do is have the thicker bit towards the base of the flower and then this bit coming down. So you're going to hit it kind of this way in so that it V's down like that. And we are nearly done there, just putting those final bits in there just to make that pop out even more. And honestly, I seriously can't believe I did this with a little bag and just pushing and rocking from side to side. Have fun with it, have a good little play, and I really hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I hope that it's really, really helpful. I will let the music play while you watch the rest. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you really soon.